Hello, everyone. We have a very special guest today. We are giving USHA KOLPE our attention full force. She's a most wonderful artist, and we have a lot to talk about. So, this is a special meeting with just her and me, and we're going to be sharing this with you later. My name is Carolyn Goodridge. I am the executive director and founder of Art Impact International. And as I said, our guest today is Usha Kulpe from India. So first, I want to say thank you very much, Usha, for having this interview with us today so we can learn all about you and maybe you can give us some tips on how well you're doing and the different things you've been doing to share with us. So first
Thank
off, I'd
you
like
for having me. Thank you.
yes,
Namaste.
very now tell us a little bit about your background. Like how I know you're in the United States now, correct? You're in there
Correct.
now, but you're from India. Tell us
Right.
a little bit about your background and how it is that you've become this blossoming artist.
Um, I am from India, South India, and it's my state name is Karnataka, and actually a place called Mysore. And since childhood, I wanted to be a doctor, and I became a doctor, and that was my dream, and I was happy about it. But since childhood, I was very, very observant, and lot of whatever things happening around me intrigued me. But I never felt that this is something I would express someday in art. So
Mm,
because I had already had one dream, that dream was to become a doctor. And as I evolved as a doctor, then I wanted to become a surgeon because I was good in, for me, sitting and thinking was too much tedious rather than hands-on. And to become a surgeon was very, very appealing to me. And I did become a general surgeon in India. Then after that, I came to United States. I've been in the United States like almost 30 plus years.
mm,
And I started as a general surgery in my career. Then I switched over to anesthesia, and I had a family, and my daughter was born, and I enjoyed being an anesthesiologist. And but there is something somewhere that I always art was fascinating to me. I never thought I could be an artist, I could paint or anything, but whenever I used to see any painting, I my first reaction was wow, you know, that wow was it was coming from my soul, any others painting. And in India, especially if you go to some of the museums, those paintings are like, phenomenal. So that really that wow factor was there all along in my life. It
mm,
just got manifested later part in my life. And when I came to US, at that time, like, we had, like, we couldn't start immediately my career. We had to take a lot of exams, and we had issues with the green card. We were waiting for the green card. I couldn't go work as a doctor immediately. So there was one lady, she was teaching some oil painting. So I was taking some class. And that kind of like, that especially coming from so far, 11,000 miles away, and leaving all your family and friends and adjusting to a new culture, new soil, new way of life, everything. At that time, this painting classes which I was taking, it was like very, very soothing to me. It was very, very, it helped me to forget my homesick. And I just felt, wow, this is good. And also, I felt that, wow, I can paint. That feeling was so good. Oh, I can paint. Okay.
mm,
So that that feeling was awesome. So I painted probably, it took some 20 oil painting at that time. Then once I then I got into my residency. My career became my priority. And I love my career. I love being a doctor. And then my son came along, so family and my career became a priority. But as the kids grew up, I also being in my field for a long time. There was something I always in my back of my mind. People are missing that healing component of art, which should be in our life. I mean, it healed me. If it can heal me, it should be able to heal others too. So the thought was always there in back of my mind, especially when the COVID came, when I was cleaning, we had no social life or anything. So I saw my paintbrush and painting, and I started painting, and it just that my artistic journey was like, I never looked back. And I also took art therapy. I'm certified art therapist now, and it helps me uh, to think that I'm helping other human beings. There are a lot of people are getting healing through art, which that somehow that I want to emphasize over and over again. Art is a healing tool. People don't prioritize that. Yeah, art has so many things. It like it's restorative. It is you can express your emotions. You can connect other human being at a deeper level. It can bring a change in the society. You can address the problem in the society, give a solution to the society, and it also historical mark. Art people don't realize. People used to paint in the cave before, and when you see that, wow, people used to live like that. When you see that, it is better than any history book,
Yeah.
actually. So there's so many good things about that, but the healing property and making its ability to change society when you think there is some injustice going on,
Mhm.
that voice is much more powerful than your own voice.
Yes, yes, yes. And I'd like to mention to our listeners as well that you have come a good journey with Art Impact International. Actually, I have a list of all of the exhibits you've been in and how your artwork has affected and made a positive impact on the audience. So you were in the urbanization and health, and that was in 2022, right? That one I want to share the the painting that you did there, right? This was during COVID. This was during the COVID time as well, right? So I'm gonna put that one up. But before we even do that, I want to say also that not only is your art helping others, it's also helping not just you and other beings, but the whole world, because together, like you said, we can't do this alone. And so that you put yourself out there, not just as a surgeon or an anesthesiologist or anything, but you've done the art therapy. So kudos for that, because I believe that is truly is just an awesome journey in everything that you're doing. You've done a painting for the signed masterpieces, right? We did that one, and that was honoring the beauty of sign language around the
Yes.
world,
Yes.
right? And that
Right.
was sponsored by Art and Ability, right? Komal Patel, also from India. She wanted to sponsor that show, and she was so generous, humanitarian to do that. So it is good that we are attracting like-minded individuals who want to help, right? And then also War and Peace. That was in 2022 as well. And that was with the DC chapter of the Youth for Human Rights, right?
Right.
And that was awesome. And then lastly, the What is Love? Just pure and simple, just spreading more awareness about love. And your painting was in that as well. So let me show now. I'll show the painting that you did for the urbanization and health. And this one you entitled Pandemic.
Yes.
And now and you showed her in the house. Really, you could see what's happening here, right? It's like you
See,
can't go out.
this painting was done before the vaccination. At that
Oh,
time, when the COVID started, it was
mhm.
like it was terrible,
Yeah,
so at that time we had no vaccination. There was a fear of living,
yeah,
fear of death, fear of living at the same time.
right.
And in this picture, it's her house is golden, that I just purposely put the golden color. It's not too glittering, it shows, but that was my intention to make it as a glittering. She's inside a golden house, but it's like a cage. It's like, she cannot get out because she's surrounded by, you know,
Yeah,
COVID bugs. So
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
that was the message I wanted to give. Doesn't matter, even you're inside the golden, I mean, your house is golden, still you are in a cage.
yeah, yeah. But it's very direct, very fresh, and it's like you get your message across there. um, you told me that you got some wonderful awards. Can you share that with us? So you had the Pegasus Prize, the International Pegasus Prize. Tell us about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
this is in 2023, that last year I did win um international prize Pegasus. It's like a USHA KOLPE here, International
mhm,
Pegasus Prize. And it's basically for the, it was an open concept call. You can do anything. But the word what I chose was called Eternal Journey. It's called or Ocean Depth. So I don't know. I'll see my painting here.
oh, yes.
Yeah. Uh,
Hmm.
the thing is, it's like as you go deeper and deeper to the ocean, I just ocean, you see the more and more beauty,
Yeah.
just wanted to, it's like an eternal journey. There is no end to the ocean. You don't see the bottom of the ocean. Life is like that. It is eternal. It's like, there is a always, it's on the go, it's move. And same way, in ocean depth, you cannot see. And life is an eternal journey, and more deep you go, more treasure you find, more beautiful. And these are all coral structures. I
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of made it, and
Yeah.
this the coral structures. And I wanted to show more it's a human relationship also, the same thing. Don't be superficial in your friendship or in your day-to-day encounters. Dig deep, get to know them, have a deeper connection, because every human being has a beautiful soul, and
Mm,
every soul is beautiful. And
mm,
most of the time we see superficial thing, and we are very judgmental, and we judge very quickly about human being. So so that's the message I wanted to give. And
wow.
I'm glad I got a Pegasus Award for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Pegasus Prize for that
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Venice 2023. And
Wow. You also were in the Biennale Venice in 2022, right?
Biennale Venice, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's in 2022. That was the picture that's my very, very dear to my heart, especially coming from India.
Mhm.
Um, I the picture was called Hunger. I
Ah,
want to show that.
okay. Wow. My goodness, yes.
So this especially, I wanted to show this negative space so much. I mean,
Yeah.
he's screaming at the top of his voice, but there's absolutely no tear whatsoever.
Mm,
And and then I wanted to show it's like burning.
mm,
The pain of
yeah.
hunger is not, it's a pain. It's a profoundly, the tenderness is profound. It's like burning. There are 9 billion people in this world. Out of that, it will be surprised. It's almost 11% of them, if they eat lunch, they don't know whether they are going to get a dinner. We're
Mm,
also fortunate. So I and it's not, of course, it's unpleasant thing, but it is beyond unpleasant thing. And so hard to, I see people wasting the food so much and everywhere. It breaks my heart. I keep thinking somewhere along the line, somewhere other part of the world or somewhere, someone may be struggling for this food, you know, and like we are so fortunate, and I wanted to spread the word. The hunger is not just a simple, we concentrate on cardiovascular disease, cancer, all those disease, but yeah, those are the things are in a different dimension, but this is something which is present right in front of your eyes. So what can you do to prevent hunger of one person permanently in this world? Can you do something? This is the
mm,
question I wanted to pose to the public. I mean,
mm,
you don't have to be like, we cannot solve everyone's problem in this world, every problem in this world. Lot of things we can, I mean, there is problem everywhere,
mm,
global warming, you name it, social injustice, inequality. There's not one problem, there's a lot of problem, but there are a lot of little things you can do things in life to make a
mm,
difference in somebody's life.
mhm, mhm,
So if somebody can if you can take up a project like, I am going to eliminate hunger of one person permanently, or one person, maybe 5 years, and try to make him self-sufficient. So something like that, you leave this world as a better place.
mm, mhm, mhm. Hallelujah. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is a wonderful. Now, one of the questions I had for you was why art? But you've really answered that already. Why art? So let me know if this is correct. For you, why art is because of the tremendous healing value that it has. Can you elaborate on that? Why art?
It's
Why?
not, yes, it's not just the healing itself.
Okay.
It's a powerful tool. It's
Mm,
a very, very powerful tool, and it has a huge impact, and it's timeless and ageless, and it's expressive, right? And you express your ideas, you express the problem, you express the solution to the problem, and it can improve the quality of life. So and you can connect other human being in a deeper connection. And when you see in art, it elicits some kind of emotion, either it is good or healing, or even if you say that, oh my God, it is a bad art, human to think like that, it elicits some kind of an emotions, right?
yeah,
Oh, and sometimes, oh, I can do better than this,
yeah, yeah,
when you say that I can do better than this, you are boosting someone else's confidence. So even bad arts are good.
yeah, yeah,
So there is nothing bad about the art, even good art are good anyway. Even the bad art, eventual outcome, there is something brings good out of it.
mm, mm.
So,
Very true. And what is the most challenging aspect of being an artist? What is for you? What did you find the most challenging?
um, first thing is when like you get some ideas and it's a blank canvas, you're trying to put that idea into canvas, and the final outcome may not be what you wanted it to be.
Mm,
That can be a little frustrating, but the journey itself, it's quite mystic, because you'll be surprised that, wow, I was trying to do this came out, so the journey itself, I always say every artist, enjoy the journey,
yeah,
whatever the outcome it's like, it's like life. I mean, but you have to keep trying. It's like life, you have to keep trying, no matter what, to
mm,
restart, to that regaining, regeneration and regeneration. Even the nature, when you see how winter there is absolutely no leaves, and the spring all the leaves starts coming, right?
Yeah.
So that regeneration is part of the nature. The same way, the human mind also, you have to regenerate, you have to come back, you have to restart it.
Mhm.
So that every time when you go reach the bottom, even in life, sometimes, something goes wrong, not to give up, not to give up and restart. That is the goal. That should be the goal in life. And the same goal, same principle you have to apply in the art too. Sometimes when you don't get what you really want it to be, don't give up, restart all over again.
So
That
what,
could be challenging, but
right.
yeah, I wanted to do this. This is not it's not, but yes, but you created something else.
Wow, wow. Well, what is your dream project? Do you have one? Do you have a dream project?
Yes, I also I empathize, and I have a very special connections with uh, people with mental health problems. People, we always treat with the physical health. Somebody has a fever, you treat them. Somebody has an infection, you treat them. And mental health, you never see them. You never see what is going on in their brain. So it is extremely challenging. They look very much normal, but they have such a complex brain. And art has such a healing power. And as I said, every soul is beautiful and every brain is beautiful too. So it's called, I know, maybe you have watched that movie, Beautiful Brain, right? Beautiful Mind, right? The same thing, that mind is always like fascinating to me. And these people do so well with they're very good artists too.
Yeah.
When I was involved with a couple of projects in my hospital in association with the mental health, and those patients, it did amazing art. And I was like, wow. So I would like to get involved more and more with them and bring and spread the awareness, help them through the art and heal them. That's
Yeah.
my dream.
Wow. Very, very, very. And I believe that it will happen sooner than
I
later.
hope so. I
Yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
hope so. I really hope so.
Oh my
I
God.
yes.
So what is your most inspirational place, like location on the globe? Like if you were to have to spend a year someplace, where would you like to go? Where's your most inspirational place?
I always get some kind of I should say, healing, touching with the water. Some
Mm,
water has a profound effect on me. I mean, anything involved with the nature, I love it, but the water always like perks me up. It makes me feel good. So any beaches, anywhere, it just the water, it really,
yeah,
I
yeah.
get inspiration. Even if it is a small pond, next day I'll be doing that pond.
Wow, wow. It's funny you say that because when you're speaking about the water and the ocean, the painting that you brought before with the golden frame with the water, just now you brought it. I could see your whole being in that painting. I
Oh,
can see that you're so aligned with water, with the aquatic environment. It
yes.
was
Yeah.
just wonderful, but you could see it. You are in that painting. Your spirit
Oh,
is in
thank
that
you.
painting. It
Thank you.
you thank you for when I saw, I'm like, wow, that's so magnificent. And it's magnificent because it's authentically you. That's how you see the water. That's how you experience it, and you have enough artistic ability to show that.
Oh,
You
thank you.
see?
Thank you. I
So,
used to do a lot of nature paintings. That's how I
um,
started it off,
yeah,
long back when I was taking class, that lady was teaching only the natures, and that's how I started. I did a lot of nature painting. But lately, I mean, thanks to you also, that first time when I got that World and Peace, it made me to think, oh no, before that urbanization, that
yeah,
COVID, I was thinking, how am I going to express the uh, pain of loneliness, solitude, life of
yeah,
COVID, in the COVID environment, that it made me to think, and then again, the war and peace. I mean, thank you for giving me that opportunity. In the war and peace too, I was thinking so much, how do in one small canvas, I have to tell so much about war and peace, in one picture. So
yeah,
it's really, it kind of, I should say that it made me to think, I think a
yeah,
lot. So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
something, after that, I realized that, my God, this art has so much power. It's such a powerful tool. So
yeah,
I have to, talk about all the social problem, whatever it comes to my mind, I have to talk about it or express it through the art. So then then I realized that more and more I did, I see art everywhere. So now if I see the picture, there may be a picture of eye, there may be a picture of tear, there is maybe a picture of ears. It doesn't matter. But at that point, whenever I created, that particular thing attracted to me. That's why I have such a diverse uh, paintings, even in my website, even my home, because there is nothing like uh, it fit into one thing.
yeah. What what is the role of the artist in your opinion? What is the role of the artist in society, in this modern society? What do you think the role is for an artist?
See, we talk so much about diversity, equality, and inclusion, and that is the role of an artist. We can bring two cultures together. Art is a voice. It's like an unspoken, it's a voice with the unspoken words, so
Mm,
it can bring two cultures together, two people together, differences together. So it is like it's very cohesive, it's like it's a medium, like, you keep two things, like when you see a curry or something, like there are a lot of different vegetables, but there is a base curry is there, right? Base. So that base sauce is there.
yeah, yeah.
That's like an art, it brings, it's kind of, it's molds into that, that
Mm,
that it marinates those vegetables and bring two qualities of, I mean, if you, there may be a carrot and there may be a beans, but beans is different, carrot is different, it maintains its own individuality, but still it brings together in that curry. So that's the role of an art. It is very cohesive.
very good, very good. Thank you. Thank you for that. What is the best piece of advice that you would give, say, to a young artist, one who's just starting out, right? And they have the world at their feet, but what kind of a direction or advice would you give them that you think is the most important tip for the young artist?
um Restart. Restart, that's the thing. I when I had got a international Pegasus Prize, and they called me to the stage to talk about it, and I said the same thing what I'm telling now. When
Okay.
I was very young, maybe like 10 years or something like that, I was drawing something, and somebody from my back came and they just laughed it, and they said that it looks like a monkey.
Mm,
So for the longest period of time, even though I was so attracted to the art, I had something like something would inhibit me to draw or paint or anything, even though I was fascinated by that. Because I just used to feel that, oh my God, no, no, no. If I'm going to create another monkey now,
mm.
But one day I told myself, hey, if I create a monkey, let it be my monkey, let it be monkey, because it is my monkey. I told myself. And then you know, I never looked back after that.
Good.
So I give the same advice to all the youngsters. If you create a monkey instead of human, it is let it be monkey. But remember, it's always your monkey.
Yeah, yeah. Very good. Very good. Very well said. I know that is important for a lot of young artists because as you go to school, sometimes the art teachers or those who are in authority, they'll put it down. It's like, oh, this is terrible. You should give up. And, instead of being supportive and encouraging, they're doing the opposite. And maybe they're thinking that they're helping the poor child, right? To sort of
Mhm.
help them avoid maybe some other future. But they themselves are the ones that are making the problem, not the poor kid. So thank you for
Right.
saying, thank you for giving that tip. It's a most wonderful tip. Whatever it is yours, right?
Yes, exactly. Whatever it is, it's yours.
That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
So name something you love and why. That you love it and why. And we know you love the water. So besides that one.
I love I I love traveling. New
Okay.
places always attracts me, and I love adventure. Adventurous activities are really, really gives me that adrenaline. I gives me that kick. You know, is skydiving
Uh,
or
I was
or
just thinking skydiving. I said, did she
yes,
say
I've done that.
skydiving?
I've done
Yeah.
skydiving.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, I have done skydiving, I've done parasailing, paragliding, hang
Mm-hmm.
gliding, all those things, all those that adrenal. I was adrenal junkie when I was young, probably because I grow older, probably less. But it's always adventure activity. Really gives me that kick. And travel definitely I like, and good music, good food,
Good.
and meeting people. I love meet. I like people.
Mm.
Generally, I always learn from others.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like them sometimes, still there is some part of me always see that where is that negativity is coming from. I keep thinking.
Mm.
It just makes me to think.
Mm.
So every human being, I, I just love people.
Cool.
I'm a
Cool.
very social person.
Oh, good.
There is
Thank
a
you.
part of me very introvert, very kind of solitary. I go into that on and off, but that's the time I keep thinking there is a lot of reflections on myself, and
Mm-hmm.
but there is also part of me. It's just like a combination I have.
Mm-hmm. 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 Very good. Very good. So professionally now, we're getting to the nuts and bolts of economics. Now, I know you also are in the medical profession. However, it sounds like that you're transcending just the physical. You're also interested in the mental. So do you have like a professional goal in mind, or you feel you've already reached it, or talk about,
No.
you know,
No, not at all. Not at all. Art is one thing, when people say I've reached to maximum, it just most of the time, I don't think anybody can reach to that level. It's nothing like, oh God, I did the best work. This always no best work. The process itself is a beautiful. It's a constant journey. It's an eternal journey, just like your life. Art is also eternal. More and more deep you go, more and more it become better and reach try to reach the stars and I, I don't know, it will never happen, probably it may not happen, but it doesn't matter, you have to try, you have to try. And it's beautiful, the journey is beautiful, and I enjoy the process. I want to reach to the people as much as possible.
ah,
That's my goal. I want to touch their soul.
good. Well, this interview will definitely touch a lot of souls, I
I
guarantee.
hope so.
Yes, yes, yes. So if you had one superpower, right? Just one superpower. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of superpower movies and this hero and that hero. What is one of the superpowers that you would love?
I wish I had a power to stop war everywhere in this world
Mm,
and take away hunger everywhere in this world.
mm, mm. Thank you. Thank
Mhm.
you, Usha Kulpe. Thank you very much. Before we go, is there anything you would like to say before we finish off?
No, I just got.
Yes.
I wanted to share that
Yes,
this
please.
is a magazine called Wow magazine. It's from
Mhm.
Dubai, and they have put my painting in their catalog. So it's called Wow Art Catalog. It's
Ah,
so there are a couple of
very
my
nice.
paintings are there. It's from Dubai, and I'm very happy about that. I wanted to share
Yes, congratulations.
the world that, hey, just to say that, there is a catalog in Dubai in my name, my art is there, makes
Wow,
me feel
wow,
good to say that.
wow.
And then,
Very-
and I have shown my artwork in Swiss Art Expo in
uh-huh.
Switzerland. And
Yeah.
and recently one of my art was work was in London
Mm.
tube station. When
Oh,
and there was a one more art was there in the Times Square in New York.
wow.
And there's another artwork was there in Milan.
Ah,
And my next project is going to now Budapest in Hungary.
mm.
And so I'm happy that I'm showing in
Yeah,
all these places.
yeah, yeah. Well, you love to travel. That's
Yes, I do.
good. Yes. So you're going on your adventures, and while you're there, you're showing your art, you're sharing your art, and I'm sure you're enjoying the oceans and the
Of
people
course.
there. Of
Yes.
course, of course. Thank you so much, Usha. Thank you so much. And I wanted to just tell people about your website so that they can check it out, right? And
Yes.
see more. Art Art Kolpe artkolpes.com, right? And this
Yes.
is your website. So I love your website with the tree here, and you've got your artist statement, you have the shop where people can purchase art, and maybe you can put the painting of the ocean that you have, maybe you can take a digital photograph and have it on sale as a print. Maybe people would love to see that, right? And your accomplishment.com, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
That is my website.
that's right. So again, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And if there's nothing else you'd like to impart on our listeners, I will say have a good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you
you.
for giving this opportunity.
Oh, you are welcome.